What's going on, guys? I'm SimpleSimon and welcome to part 2 of my Kiss cover collection, where I show you my huge collection of comic book Kiss covers. If you missed part 1, there will be a link to it in the description below if you want to start from the beginning. I'm also going to have a link to my original Kiss cover video from years and years ago, my Spider-Man Kiss cover video. There'll be a link to that one too, because none of the books from these previous videos are you going to see in this video today. I've got a ton of books to get through, so let's do this. So here we go with part 2. I've got this many books to show you in this video. Now keep in mind, this is probably not all of my Kiss covers. My comic collection is an absolute mess, so I'm sure there's a bunch of them hidden amongst piles that I didn't come across. And I guess one day, if I find enough of them that I didn't show, maybe there'll be a part 3. But for now, this will be it. This will be the conclusion to my Kiss cover collection video. We're going to start out like we did in the first episode and show you some Superman and Wonder Woman kissing. There you go. I don't know what the video is picking up there. This one's hard to see. I'm going to have to bring it up close. This is actually a lenticular cover. There you go. Look at that. And then it changes to that. Not so much of a kiss. Oh, it's complete opposite on the other end. Let's keep it there just to keep it on brand here. So nice Superman, Wonder Woman, lenticular cover there. This next one is a modern indie, Once Upon a Time at the End of the World. I actually wouldn't mind picking this up and reading it in trade maybe, because it's written by Jason Aaron. I read the first issue and I did enjoy it. I just didn't end up picking up any other issues because I think I was a few issues behind by the time I read it. But really love this concept. If you can see, they're actually kissing with their gas masks on. Do you count that as a Kiss cover? I count that because they're clearly like a cutesy sort of thing. If you don't count that as a Kiss cover, you're probably not going to count this next one, which I also do. This is a similar idea. You got Betty's diary here, and you've got them kissing with their snorkels on. I thought this was super cute when I first saw this, which is why I picked that up, and it absolutely reminded me of that other book, Once Upon a Time at the End of the World. Coming up next, we've got some Uncanny X-Men. Again, if you watched the first episode, I mentioned I don't know a lot about Marvel stuff and X-Men, but I'm going to guess it's Wolverine and Jean Grey. This was another book I picked up. I'm pretty sure I got that from that yard sale that I mentioned in the first video, but I actually really enjoy this cover. Now, I didn't think much of it at the time because, again, Wolverine and stuff I don't have that sort of warm feeling about those characters of X-Men anymore, but just looking at that cover now, I actually really dig that as a Kiss cover. Alright, next one. This is one I was chasing for quite some time. This is Namor the Submariner, issue number 50. Look at that cover there. Beautiful. That one I was after for a while, and it was weird, like, I can't remember what I paid for it. I didn't pay much, but some people were trying to flog this book off for like $50, and I was like, there's no way I'm paying that when other people are selling it as like a, $10 book sort of thing. So glad I finally got that one in the collection, but really dig that cover. Man, Namor is jacked. So next we have some Harley and Ivy action. This is from the animated series Eat, Bang and Kill Tour. This is, I think, the second print. Now the first, I think the A cover was also a Kiss cover. See, there's one that I think because I read that, it's in a different box, so I actually didn't include that in these videos. So again, there's gonna be Kiss covers that that are in my collection that I've missed for this video series. So I do apologize, but one day you might be able to see them if I come across them. This next one, let me know what you guys think of this one, all right? Because Sarah hates this cover, but this was a book I was after for a while. This you could call almost a Kiss cover grail that I wanted. And it's not an easy book to find, and it's not necessarily a cheap book either. I believe I bought this from the Pure Comics guys, and I actually got it for a reasonable price that I was quite happy with. It's Batman Adventures number 3. Definitely a Kiss cover. I mean, he's definitely kissing her. Just whether or not she gives him consent is another story, which what some people don't like about this cover. But hey, I think it's funny, it's fun. It's not supposed to be a big serious thing. I know a lot of people are like, it's a little bit rapey, but look, calm down. It's Batman Adventures. Look how animated it looks. I think it's just a fun, silly cover. But yeah, I was stoked that I finally was able to get get this one. There's another one from this series I want to get where they're on top of a wedding cake, but that's another hard book to find, and when you find it, it's not a cheap book. I don't know why these books are so expensive sometimes. All right, next, this is a very recent book, Superman Lost number 5. I don't even know what's going on here. You got Superman in a white suit, and I don't know who the lady is, but he's definitely enjoying her, and she is definitely not Lois Lane or Wonder Woman. Superman gets around. Maybe this is a different Superman. I don't know. I didn't read the story, so I don't know why he's in a white suit. Don't know what's going on at all there. But look, you know what? Looking at the camera screen here, that cover looks fantastic. All right. Next, we've got some more DC action. This is Wildcats. Again, these are all really modern, very recent, and just books that I see. And like, you know what? I need to add it to the Kiss Cover collection. Unfortunately, buying newer books, especially pre-ordering them, costs your regular cover price, while when you find old stuff in like back issue bins, sometimes you get a good deal, you know, for $5 and things like that. But this is a cool Wildcats cover with Grifter, and I don't know the name of the other character because I never really read much Wildcats, but you guys let me know what the name of the lady is there. I do know Grifter. I did read some Grifter in some of the Batman stories. And then we got some Detective Comics 1061. Look at that. You got Batman. I said Superman gets around. What about Batman? That's not Catwoman. I don't know who that is, but that's a cool Batman Kiss cover. He also gets around. Now, I think it was in the first video I showed the Savage Avengers where Doctor Strange was making out with Elektra, and I was like, Daredevil, he's got your girl. But Daredevil's fine, swinging around with Jessica Jones. Look at that. The variants. I quite like that cover, actually. Very nice. We're going back to DC for the next one. This is Batman Kissing the Right Lady. This is Catwoman issue 2 from the New 52 run. Nice kiss cover there. Jumping off the gargoyle. Doesn't get more Batman and Catwoman than that. Very nice. This next one is another book that I was looking for quite some time. It's nothing spectacular at all. It just had Raven on it, so I kind of wanted it. And this is like a $4 book all day. The New Teen Titans, Ravenous Liaisons. Is that? I don't know the story, but Raven again in a white suit. But is that meant to be Dick Grayson? What's going on there? I don't know. If you guys know the story of this, please let me know. But this is a book that I had watching on eBay for the longest time. You know, those $2, $4 books, you're just like, I can get them at any time. And eventually, I can't actually remember. I think I might have found this in a bin somewhere and picked it up for like $5 or something like that. $4 or $5, whatever. Good stuff. This next one is not really a fantastic one. I remember this is another one I found at that yard sale. Wolverine again, and what is it? Jean Grey. It looks like a different girl than the other cover I showed, but I don't even know. Oh wait, no, is that Emma Frost? Look at me. If it is Emma Frost, hashtag X-Men guy. I don't know. It's too close up, that cover. I don't know, just not enough. You can't see enough of what's going on. So it's definitely a Kiss cover though. Here's another one. Now I bought a bunch of Kiss covers from that yard sale. This is another one. Titans from the Brightest Day storyline. That's, what's his face? Fuck, I can't remember his name. The junkie guy. I don't know who the lady is. Again, this Kiss cover with the stabbing at the back seems to be a very common theme. Not something I really ever picked up on until now. So yeah, interesting. Red Arrow, that's the name of the guy, right? Next one, I don't know what's going on here. Again, this is $5 apparently. Harley Quinn, Power Girl, and there's Power Girl making out with someone. Is that an Amanda Conner cover? It looks like, yep, an Amanda Conner cover. I'm not huge on Amanda Conner's work, but sometimes she can knock it out of the park. This one, probably not one of my favorites, but yeah, whatever. I found it for $5. Again, it fit the whole theme of going into my Kiss cover box. So whatever, I bought it for cheap. This next one, I absolutely love. I can't remember who showed this book on their YouTube channel, and I was like, I need that book. And I think it was one of those cases where before the video even ended, I'd already purchased one on eBay. This is Green Arrow number 8 from DC Rebirth. That is a beauty of a Kiss cover. I'd never seen it until whoever it was showed. I can't remember. Someone showed me this book on their video. They didn't show me. They showed this book on a video, and I instantly purchased it because it was so good. Batman is at it again in this next one. This book I purchased from Johnny Boy on Instagram. If you guys don't follow him, I'll have his link come up at the bottom of the screen somewhere here. Yeah, this was a book I was watching on eBay for a long time. And again, here in Australia, prices just don't make sense. Why is this book $25, $30 to $50, $60 when in America it's a $10 book all day? So I bought this for pretty cheap off him. Got him to send it to Bub, and then Bub sent it to me with a whole bunch of other books. So yeah, got that one. All right, this next one I found $2.50. Bang! Who did this cover? It almost looks Adam Hughes-like with the way it's sort of colored and things, like an old school Adam Hughes. Hyperion. This book I found at Pickers Retro Haven, which is a kind of like an antique sort of store. I've gone there, I don't think I have done a video there. I've done some reels there, but yeah, they've got super cheap comic books. I came across this, $2.50. I was going to get that all day. This next one, I can't remember if I bought this or if someone gave this to me. This is a Black Panther book. They look kind of like ghosts. Are they ghosts? Because see how the lips not really touching? It's almost like they're going through. Does that count as a kiss cover? Does that count as a kiss cover if the person wasn't even really there? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. And then I got some more Superman action. Okay, this is what happens, guys, when you're a sleaze bag and you make out with too many women. You end up making out with the wrong one. So this is a very recent book. Dawn of DC was not that long ago. Superman issue 3, Night of the Parasite. Yep. Hook up with dirty girls and you can get parasites. So as you can see, he's obviously learnt that he made out with the wrong girl. Mate, she's got a lot of arms. Look at all the hands going around. That is an interesting cover. Let's stick with Superman for the next one. Finally, kissing the right girl. This is Man of Steel issue 4. This was a book I believe I bought after I saw Super Us show this book. So it was not one I had, and I think he showed it on a video, and I was like, again, I'm on eBay. I love that about the community and watching people's, haul videos and, their comic book videos, because you see books that you don't have and that you want. And when they're just cheap books, like nothing books, that's even better. You just go on, and before the video's ended, you've got one on the way to you. So nice Man of Steel cover there. This next one I absolutely love. This is one of my favorites. Robin issue 15. This is the 1:25 ratio cover. This one was a hard one to get. I can't actually remember who I bought this from, but this has got Damian and Flatline. Flatline I thought was such a great character in the Robin series, so I'm hoping she becomes a big deal in DC eventually, and this will be like a classic kiss cover. Really stoked to get that, because I very rarely get 1:25 covers here. They're just hard to come by. Most shops get one, if that. So yeah, they are harder to get. Next one is, we're going back to X-Men for the next one. Uncanny X-Men. That looks like Storm, and I don't know who the dude is. You guys let me know in the comments, but that's a good one. I don't mind that. We'll stay with the Marvel theme and keep going to the next one. It is the Avengers. Now this is Vision, and I don't know who the lady is. Who is that? Hopefully you guys can teach me a lot in the comments. Some of you guys are probably like, do you even read comics, Simon? How do you not know these characters? I do read, but I read more modern stuff and not a lot of it anymore. So I really like that one. That's another one I was watching for a long time, and it was just sitting there. No one wanted it. So eventually I was like, you know what? I got to spare $5 or whatever it was and purchased it. And then we've got some Miles Morales Spider-Man. I don't know who that is. I'm going to guess she's the new love interest from the newer series. But yeah, again, let me know in the comments if you know. Man, my God, Superman is just... I'm looking at the books for Manning, and Superman is just getting around to every single chick in the DC universe. Next one is a Wonder Woman book. This is Jenny Frison. Beautiful. Wonder Woman and Steve. Is his name right? Steve. Wait. Not Steve Rogers. That's Captain America, right? What's that guy's name from Wonder Woman? Steve Trevor. I had to Google that because I completely forgot his second name. At least I got the Steve part right. I really need to get around to getting these Frison Wonder Womans. I've said a little while back that I want to collect the entire set of Frison Wonder Woman books, and ever since I said that, I don't think I've bought any of them. Alright, so we're going back to Superman. Again, I don't know who the lady is. This is very, very inappropriate cover. They're kissing on top of... Oh, you are kidding me. They are kissing on top of Lois Lane's grave. Oh my goodness. Who said comic books are for kids? Because that is definitely not a kid-friendly concept. But it's a nice cover. He's going for the leg/butt grab there. So good on your Supes. getting around on Lois's grave. Oof, that's rough. So this next one is another Superman, and it is Superman making out with Big Barda. You got Mr. Miracle in the background. Another cover that counts as a kiss / bondage cover. Mr. Miracle, the most tied up man in the comic book world. This is a book that I think you should get your hands on if you like to collect stuff. I picked this up for like, I think $3, $4, $5 or something in a bin. It is known as the sex tape issue, if you guys don't know. So what happens is Superman gets like mind tricked into sleeping with Big Barda, and they film it or something like that. I did read the issue, I can't quite remember now, but it's kind of known as the sex tape issue. I think it's a book that every collector should have. And then we're gonna wrap it up where it all began. I wanted to end with a Spider-Man kiss cover. Not only a Spider-Man kiss cover, but an upside down kiss cover. This is also a 1 in 25, I believe. It's Amazing Spider-Man issue 20, and I think it's a Terry Dodson cover, maybe? Yes. So it's a Dodson cover. I really dig that. Yeah, again, I very rarely get ratios. They're hard to get, so I was very stoked to get this one. It is an absolutely beautiful cover. And that will round out my Kiss cover collection video series. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you missed part 1 or you never saw my original Kiss cover video I did all those years ago, back when I was skinny, all the links to those videos will be in the description below. Make sure you give this video a like to support the channel, leave a comment, let us know what you thought about these books, and again, if you watched the whole series, let me know what books I'm missing that I need in my Kiss cover collection. But until next time, I'm SimpleSimon. Tell your friends and keep it simple.